When a lot of people talk about grief, they talk about how you have to get over it. You just have to move on. As Buffy told her little sister, the hardest thing to do in this world is to live in it. And it is true that we do have to go on. Those of us who are left behind do need to continue on with our lives. The world does not stop just because we've lost someone, because we've lost a pet, because we're grieving. The same is true for animals. This is Jupiter. He is a very old, probably about 10 years old, Roman Tufted Goose. And probably about 5 or 6 years ago, he lost his entire flock. He had 2 ladies, and I think one of their children was with them too. And unfortunately, there was a raccoon attack, and he lost everybody. And so he's lived with the chickens ever since. And we don't think about grief in animals very much until last night. These are my mother's plastic geese. My mother's been passed away now since 2018. And if you look, their little strawberry suits are very dirty, very worn. And I put them next to the chicken coop. Was trying to find a new home for them. I hadn't really put out all of Mom's little garden animals. And so I put them next to the chicken coop. And last night, I went to shut the door to make sure everybody was safe. And Jupiter was nestled down on the other side of the fence, of course, from them. But nestled down with them. And I realized he thought these 2 goofy-looking plastic geese were his flock. That they were the first geese that he had seen in such a long time that he thought they were his flock. And it reminded me that animals grieve, that we grieve, and that we really don't get over the loss. We just learn how to live with it and move forward with it. They're in the container garden right now. I'm going to find a good spot to put them here next to the chicken coop that isn't somewhere where Jupiter will get himself in trouble. But I just kind of wanted to share that with you, that, these plastic geese reminded me of grief and loss, my grief and loss, but also the goose Jupiter's grief and loss. And how there's a lot of grief and loss in the world right now. And we don't know what people are going through. We don't know what people are dealing with. But grief is a natural part of life. It's not something to get over. It's not something to ignore. It happens. And if we are brave enough to live in this world, then we will eventually encounter grief. I'm wishing you a soft day today, and I hope you find some magic.